Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to our final lunchtime Lenten meditation. Thank you for joining today. And let's begin. We try and keep these to about 15 or 20 minutes so that folks who are in the middle of a workday or a busy day can check in, do some centering, and then go back with a new lens to their day. So I invite you, if you have a chalice, to light a chalice. If you have any old candle, to light that candle. And if you have nothing, to just focus your attention on the flame on the screen. And I will light a chalice on your behalf here in person. And I want to offer these chalice lighting words by Mary Oliver as we think about the unknown on this last Friday of Lent. Look at the trees. The trees are turning their own bodies into pillars of light, are giving off the rich fragrance of cinnamon and fulfillment. The long tapers of cattails are bursting and floating away over the blue shoulders of the ponds. And every pond, no matter what it is nameless now. Every year, everything I have ever learned in my lifetime leads me back to this: the fires and the black river of loss, whose other side is salvation, whose meaning none of us will ever know. To live in this world, you must be able to do three things: to love what is mortal, to hold it against your bones, knowing your own life depends on it. And when the time comes to let it go, let it go. I invite you to get comfortable where you sit or where you lie if you're lying down. Let some part of you feel the floor beneath you or a hard surface. Feel the support of the solid earth that holds you. Take a deep breath and release the weight that's in your shoulders. Let the corners of your eyes relax and maybe let your eyes fall closed. And let's breathe together. One of my favorite Easter stories is the time when my godson, Ronan, was 3.5. And in the middle of Easter dinner with the whole big extended family, he leaned over to his dad and he said, "Dad, is God really real?" And his dad said, "Well, people believe different things, but we can't really know." And he leaned over to his grandmother and he said, "Grandma, is God really real?" And his grandma said, "Well, I believe God is really real." And Ronan turned back to his dad and said, "See, everybody knows except you." And sometimes faith feels that way. Sometimes the world feels that way, like everybody knows except you. Everybody has something they're certain of, certain all the way down into the center of themselves, except you. And I want to share with you the wisdom of a spiritual mentor who once told me, spirituality is an engagement in the possibility that we might be wrong. Good religion opens us to the unknown. And I think he was right. As much as our 3-year-old heart wants to believe that everybody knows except us, that there is something knowable and sure to hold on to, that the real work of faith is the practice of not knowing, of knowing less, of feeling less and less certain, of feeling certain only that at the heart of all of it, there is an abyss, a void into which we cannot see. And we can't break down the doctrine of that mystery because it is unbreakable. We can't find the ground beneath it because this well is bottomless. This is what I've learned, that we are religious people, not when we hold firmly to the ground of truth, of doctrine and proof, but when we step off the ledge and into the abyss. Let us breathe in that mystery now. One more breath in and out together. Let's close our last meditation time together for this season with these words. By the waters of Babylon, a long ago poet wrote, we sat down and wept, and we remembered Zion. How can we sing our old songs in a new land? And somehow, out of the swirling waters of the deep, the world is born. From the lightless void of space, bang, a whole universe. Enclosed in a shadowy womb, we become. Beneath the dank, wet earth, hope is getting ready to emerge. And in the dark of an empty tomb, something is stirring. Precisely when we find ourselves wailing at the river, wandering in the wilderness, weeping in the dark, we are being born, born and reborn. And only in the shadows of the empty spaces can we create a prayer, a song, a new world. Let's breathe in and exhale together. Thank you for being part of this lunchtime meditation journey. And with that, one more exhale and we close.